For this problem, we're looking at the different changes in velocity, and we'll also use acceleration to determine the different regions, right, per marked. Specifically, we'll be looking at 1 and 5 because it's the easiest to look at because we can start here. So on 0, right, let me draw red. On 0, we can see here that's it's negative at first, right? But the acceleration is positive. It's on a positive slope. And we also know that it's increasing in acceleration, right? So we know acceleration uh, is v delta v over t or over t delta t, right? Equals to a, and we also know that v is delta x, delta x to delta t, right? We're looking at the velocity changes, right? There's in a problem that states whether the velocity is positive, negative, or zero. So for 1, we know that's going to be positive without even looking at numbers. We know that the velocity is going to be positive, right? Because we know that it's moving in an upward slope, and the slope, right, as we said before, velocity being delta x over delta t, that this is the slope. The slope of the graph determines the velocity. So we know between maybe 1 and 3 that it's in a positive slope. We know on 3 it's a 0 because it's horizontal, right? It's not changing. There's no real change. There's no delta x or delta t. It's just consistent. And then we know it starts to turn negative, right? Because it's decreasing. It's going the other direction. Now we can look at it as on this side, right? We can look at it as -5, right? Originally on the main slope. Let me redraw this. We know it could be -5 because on the main slope, it's going negative, but then it kind of like, hold on, it kind of goes like this. It's not going down as steep. So originally we can say it was -5 minus, wait, minus 10 like this. And we can just determine like, oh, like the velocity is like positive, but it's really negative because it's going down, it's decreasing. And the only one that makes sense is going to be d because it says the velocity is positive in region 1 and the acceleration is positive, right? The acceleration is going to be positive, the velocity is going to be positive. But then, as we stated before, in region 5, the velocity is negative, right? Because we said the slope is negative, but the acceleration is positive, which I just showed you right now, right? The acceleration is still going to be positive because it's above the 0, but it's going to be negative for the slope because the slope is negative. Okay, thank you.